Hello everyone. In this video we'll see continuation of the chapter 2 from the last video. So this is potential due to electric dipole. So already we have discussed that potential due to point charge is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by capital Q by R. Capital Q by R. Now you see here it is not in R square. Keep remember. So force is equal to what we have studied 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 by R square. Electric field intensity we have studied 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R square. Now potential we have studied that it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q by R. So these formulas you do remember because always it will be used everywhere. So now we want to calculate, we already calculate potential due to a point charge. But we want to calculate the potential due to dipole. So you see one dipole is there here, minus Q2 plus Q, whose dipole moment is P. Already we know that the length of the dipole is always twice A. So half will be A, another one will also be A only. Now, this is the dipole moment and this point is P. So the angle between the dipole moment and this R vector, distance from the center, will be nothing but theta. Distance of the point where we want to determine the electric potential at the point P. We want to determine electric potential at the point P due to this dipole. So from the center of the dipole, what is the distance? R. And angle, and this distance and the dipole makes an angle theta with each other. The distance from capital Q up to the point P is R1, and similarly from minus Q to P will be R2. Now, potential due to potential, how we'll calculate? We'll calculate first potential due to plus Q at the point P and potential due to minus Q at the point P. And then according to superposition principle, we'll add it and then we'll obviously get the electric potential due to this point, due to dipole at this point. Now, potential due to plus Q at the point P is total potential V1 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by what is the distance R1, so it will be R1. Now potential due to minus Q at the point P is what is the potential V2 equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by minus Q by here R1 is there, so here what will be there R2. So total potential at the point P is what is the total potential? V equal to V1 plus V2. So V1 is, if I write here, what common we can get from here? It is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, and here what is the remainder? 1 by R1. It should have been plus here, but this plus will be neutralized by this minus. The plus into minus will be minus, so it will be 1 by R2. This will be equation number 1. So according to superposition principle we have done, this is really very simple. Now, according to geometry of this figure, you have to remember this one basically. R1 square equal to R square plus A square minus twice AR cos theta, and R2 square will be equal to, it will be plus there, R2 square will be equal to R square plus A square plus twice AR cos theta. Now this one you have to remember, it is from the geometry you have studied in earlier classes. Now let us see from here what will be R1 square. We want to take R common from this. So if I take R common, here it will be R. What is the remainder here? 1 plus, whether here R square was there? No. Then how can we take common? By multiplying R square and dividing by R square. So multiplied one taken common, but division 1 remain like that only. So A square by R square. Here is R square? No, only R is there. So what we have to do? Multiply by R, so it will be R square and divide by only R. So R square will be taken. What is the remainder here? Minus twice A by R cos theta. Now r1 square will be equal to r square 1 minus twice a by r cos theta. Why? Because a is very much smaller than r. This r is very much larger than this a. Why? Because what is dipole? You remember the definition of dipole. Dipole is the arrangement of two equal and opposite charges separated by infinitesimally small distance apart. So if it is infinitesimally small, then this a will be very very less and r will be very very large. So these values can be neglected. You can ask me, sir, why we have not neglected this one but we neglected this one? Because a is there, which is already very small. If you square it, still it will become very very small. When r is very large, so if you square it, still it will become very very large. So this number, if you divide it, it will be very very small, which can be avoided. So r1 is there. A square, if you take this side, this square will be removed. And what is the remainder here? 1 minus twice a by r cos theta. A square root will be there, that will be equal to 1 by 2. So if I take reciprocal, here also 1 is there, below also 1. So 1 by r1 must be equal to, this 1 by r will be there, 1 by r will be there, but this one reciprocal, if you take this 1 will go above and this entire thing will go down. So 1 by r will be as it is, but this goes above, it will become 1 minus twice a by r cos theta 2 to the power minus 1 by 2. So 1 by r1 will be equal to, this will be 1 by r. Remember binomial theorem we studied in class 11. So what was that? 1 plus x to the power if n is there. So if you neglect higher order term, it will be 1 plus nx. So you see here minus is there, so 1 minus is there. What is the value of n? Minus 1 by 2. If I put here minus 1 by 2, twice a by r cos theta will be here. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled, minus and minus will become plus. So 1 by r1 will be equal to 1 by r 1 plus a by r cos theta. So this is the value of 1 by r1. Now you will remember this equation number 1, because we are going to put here only. So for simplicity we will rub this one and we will continue here the previous thing. Now so this is 1 by r1. So what will be 1 by r2? 1 by r2 will be equal to in the value of r1, see in the value of r1 square. What is r1 square? Just see r1 square equal to r square plus a square minus twice a r cos theta. And r2 was r square plus a square plus twice a r cos theta. So when we solve r1, we have got this, here minus was there, what came here? Plus. Similarly, if we solve this one, here what is there? Plus. So here what will come? Minus will come. So 1 by r2 will be equal to 1 by r 1 plus 1 minus, it will be 1 minus a by r cos theta. Similarly this one, no? So if you put this value 1 by r1 and 1 by r2 in this equation, so what shall I get? Total potential V will be equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught. If I put here 1 by r1, what is 1 by r1? This one is 1 by r1. So if I multiply and write here 1 by r plus a by r square cos theta. A by r square cos theta. A by r square cos theta. Now a by r square cos theta is there. If I put the value of 1 by r2, what is the value of 1 by r2? This is the value of 1 by r2. Minus is there here. 1 by r2, if I put 1 by r minus a by r square cos theta term will be present. So this will be q by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r plus a by r square cos theta minus 1 by r plus a by r square cos theta is present. minus 1 by r plus 1 by r will get cancelled. Now, so V will be equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by this a by r square cos theta plus a by r square cos theta. It will become twice a by r square cos theta. So V will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by twice a q. Twice a q will be nothing but p by r square cos theta is there. Now this is the expression for potential due to electric dipole. This is potential due to electric dipole. Now in vector form, or also we can write V equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by p cos theta is there, no? But theta is the angle between what? Theta is the angle between r and p cap. P and r. So we can write here p vector dot r cap divided by r square. Now why we can write like this? Because you see p vector dot r cap will be equal to what? P vector dot r cap will be equal to p vector modulus r cap modulus cos theta will be there. So p cap is p only, p vector modulus is p only, and this one is magnitude is 1, so it will be 1 multiplied by cos theta, so it will be p cos theta. So in place of p cos theta, we can put this value p vector dot r cap. Now special cases. Special cases. Case 1. When P lies on axial line, then theta may be equal to 0 degree and 180 degree. Why? Because you see, axial, this is the dipole, the axial line will be along this only. So if this point P is lying at this point here, then this will rotate like this and angle will become 0 degree. But if this point lie in the downward of the dipole, so this point, this r vector will be stretched like this and will become like this. So this angle will become 180 degree. So potential will become cos 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1, yeah, cos 0 is 1, so it will become plus. But cos 180 degree will be minus 1, that is why multiply by p by r square, and here what will be there here? Plus minus sign will be there. What will be there? Plus minus sign will be there. The potential will be plus minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by p by r square. Now case 2. When P lies on equatorial line, then theta will be equal to 90 degree and cos 90 will become 0. So obviously potential will become V equal to P cos theta was there here. So P cos theta, cos 90 is 0, entire this thing will be 0, the potential will be 0 degree. So this is the expression for potential due to